Welcome to the Gym Success Podcast. We're really glad you could join us today. This show is absolutely for you, whether you're owning a gym, operating one, managing, selling. Maybe you're a gym entrepreneur just starting out, or a personal trainer on the floor. We know you're always looking for those edges, those ways to make your business better and, impact more lives. I'm Bonnie.
I'm George. It's great to be here diving into some really crucial stuff today.
That's right. Today we are taking you through a really powerful white paper by jthomas. It's titled Top 10 Reasons Your Gym Has Become Stagnant and What You Can Do About It. And our goal really is simple. Give you actionable insights. Stuff you can actually use, maybe starting tomorrow.
Yeah, and jthomas, this guy knows the gym business inside out. Decades of experience. He doesn't really mince words. He points out something that honestly a lot of busy owners miss: stagnation. It's not usually some big crash.
No, it's sneakier than that.
Exactly. He calls it a slow fade. You start strong, right? Lots of energy, momentum, you know where you're going. But then over time, maybe you don't even notice it. The member numbers flatten out. The team maybe loses a bit of spark. Revenue just stalls. It's like a runner just gradually slowing down without realizing it. Before you know it, you're way off pace.
That slow fade idea is so true because it is subtle. And Jim makes a great point. It's often not because the passion's gone. Most gym owners are incredibly passionate people. It's more that the signals, those little warning signs of stagnation, they just get lost in the day-to-day chaos, right?
Absolutely. You're so busy working in the business, scheduling, training, fixing things, that you don't see the business itself kind of drifting off course.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're going to walk through Jim's top 10 reasons and, maybe more importantly, the solutions he offers for each one. Sound good?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
So let's jump right in. What does Jim see as the foundational issue? Reason number one, you're running without clear goals. What's that about?
Well, what's fascinating here, and honestly, this applies to almost any business, Jim likens it to working out without a program. If your gym doesn't have measurable, time-bound goals, well, it's just random effort, isn't it? It's not effective. Without clear targets for sales, retention, marketing, everything, the whole business just sort of drifts. And, importantly, your staff's focus drifts too.
Yeah, like trying to get stronger without tracking weights or reps. How would you know?
Exactly. You're just guessing.
Yeah.
Growth becomes accidental if it happens at all.
That makes total sense. You need that target. So for the owner feeling that drift, what's Jim's fix? How do you get those goals clear?
He's very practical. It's not just set goals. He says use SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And apply that framework to everything critical. Sales, keeping members, getting referrals, revenue targets, your marketing efforts.
So not just sell more, but something specific like...
Right, like increase new member signups by 15% this quarter by converting 80% of our gym tours. That's specific. That's measurable. Then break those big goals down. Monthly targets, even weekly objectives. And the key part, review them every week in leadership meetings.
Okay, weekly reviews.
Yes, because that brings accountability and adaptability. You set the target, you measure, and you adjust course if needed. That weekly check-in means you're constantly steering, not just hoping you end up somewhere good.
Accountability and adaptability. Easier said than done sometimes in a busy gym, but crucial. Okay, so you get the goals set, but then hitting those goals often means you need to look hard at how you're actually reaching people. Which brings us perfectly to Jim's second reason. Your marketing has gone cold.
And this is a big one. Jim really paints a picture of the common mistakes here. Like, are you just running the same New Year, New You special every single January? Recycling old stuff?
Or posting randomly on social media, like once a week, if you remember.
Exactly. Or, and this is a trap many fall into, just relying on word of mouth. Jim's pretty blunt about that. He calls it hope, not a strategy.
Ouch. But true. Hope doesn't pay the rent.
Not consistently, no. It's like putting up one poster and expecting a stampede. It just doesn't work like that anymore.
Especially for smaller gyms, maybe, watching the budget. It's easy to just hope referrals trickle in. So if the marketing's gone cold, how does Jim suggest firing it back up?
His fix is pretty robust. He talks about creating a dynamic 90-day marketing calendar. Dynamic is the key word there. Always be refreshing your offers. Think seasonal stuff, like you said, summer shred, back-to-school fitness, whatever fits. Use urgency, scarcity, limited time offers.
Make people feel like they need to act now.
Precisely. And it's not just about what you offer, but where. Jim uses the term omnipresence.
Omnipresence. Sounds like a lot.
It means being seen in multiple places consistently. So someone visits your website. Maybe they see a retargeting ad later on Facebook or Instagram. They give you their email. They get messages tailored to their interests. It's about email, SMS texts, paid social ads, doing authentic reels or TikToks, local partnerships.
Partnering with other local businesses.
Yeah, and referral contests for your current members, hosting events in your gym.
Yeah.
It's a whole ecosystem. Jim's really clear on this. Marketing today,
Mm.
it's basically a full-time job. Needs constant attention, constant investment, but it pays off.
Omnipresence. I like that. Being everywhere your potential members are. And okay, so your omnipresent marketing works, you get leads coming in. But Jim says that's only half the battle, right? Which leads to reason number 3. You're not following up on leads. This just feels like leaving money on the table.
It absolutely is. Jim highlights this. It's kind of shocking, really. The industry loses millions in missed sales because leads get ignored, or maybe they get one call or one email and then nothing.
Just dropped after all the effort to get them.
Exactly. It's like, spending all day fishing, hooking a big one, and then just letting it swim away right at the boat. Makes no sense.
So frustrating. So what's the disciplined way Jim recommends to make sure that doesn't happen? How do you actually convert those leads?
Discipline is the right word. He recommends a system, a minimum of 8 to 12 touches contacts over about 30 days.
8 to 12? That sounds like a lot. Are people going to get annoyed?
That's the mindset shift Jim talks about. It's not just calling 12 times. It's a mix. Texts, calls, emails, maybe a quick personalized video message, even sending a postcard sometimes. Variety matters. And crucially, you have to reframe it in your head. Jim says, you're not annoying people. You're reminding them to solve a problem they already told you they had.
Ah, that's powerful. They reached out first. They have a goal, a problem. You're helping them.
Exactly. You're providing a service by keeping their goal top of mind and making it easy for them to take that next step. It's helpful follow-up, not nagging.
Okay, that reframing is key. You're helping them solve their problem. Which brings us nicely to what happens after they join. Reason number 4. The member experience is just okay. And okay, well, okay isn't great, is it? It feels like the heart of that slow fade.
It really is. Jim points out your gym might be clean, the equipment might work. I might not be doing anything obviously wrong.
Yeah.
But if the experience is just, lukewarm, that drives people away. Even if it's subtle, they might not complain, they just stop coming. Or they leave when their contract's up. It's that quiet attrition.
Silent killer, yeah. It's hard to track if people aren't complaining, they just vanish. So how do you get beyond just, okay, how do you make the experience something that keeps people?
His advice is super practical. Mystery shop your own gym. Seriously. Go through the whole process yourself. From finding you online, to calling, to the tour, to trying to work out. Experience it like a new member would.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Totally. And ask tough questions. Is the front desk genuinely welcoming? Or are they just checking people in? Is the music motivating, or is it the same tired playlist? Is the place spotless, like really spotless? Are trainers actually engaging with members on the floor, offering a quick tip, a spot, or just standing around?
It's those little interactions.
Yes. And beyond the basics, Jim pushes for finding ways to wow at people. Maybe it's a small thing, like remembering someone's birthday, or offering cold towels after a tough class. Maybe a trainer checks in proactively. Hey, how's that new program going? The bottom line, Jim says, is good enough is not good enough anymore. Aim to wow. You got to actively look for ways to make every touch point a little bit better than expected.
Aim to wow W. I like that. It sets a high standard, but in a crowded market, you probably need that. And that ties right into reason 5. You've stopped innovating. If you're not wowing, maybe you're just stuck in a rut.
Spot on. Jim describes this really well. Your class schedule hasn't changed in ages. Your PT offerings feel kind of dated.
Yeah.
The same people are doing the same routines. There's just this feeling of coasting.
And members feel that too, that lack of energy.
Absolutely. That initial excitement fades. There's nothing new to talk about, nothing fresh to try. It's a classic symptom of that slow fade setting in.
People get bored, right? If things feel stale. So how does Jim suggest you break out of that? How do you become, as he puts it, an innovation lab?
Yeah, an innovation lab. The fix is basically to constantly inject newness. Launch themed fitness challenges regularly, maybe a summer strong challenge or a fall consistency challenge. Something with a goal and maybe some prizes.
Get people excited about something specific.
Right. Create new training packages, maybe hybrid ones, mixing in-person and online coaching. Offer workshops, nutrition, mobility, mindfulness, foam rolling basics. Add virtual classes for convenience. Maybe look into recovery options, massage, stretching clinics, things like that.
Things that add value beyond just the workout floor.
Exactly. The goal, Jim says, is always give members something to talk about and something to look forward to. Keep it fresh. Build anticipation. Don't just maintain, innovate.
That's smart. Always giving them a reason to come back and a reason to tell their friends. Okay, next up, reason number 6. You're not investing in your business. This one. This can feel tough, right? Especially if things are already stagnant and maybe cash flow isn't great.
It can feel really tough. But Jim lays out the consequences pretty starkly. Putting off upgrades, ignoring that piece of equipment that's always broken, skipping staff training. Meanwhile, maybe your competitor down the street just put in new turf, or updated their locker rooms, or bought that fancy new cardio line.
And you start looking dated by comparison.
Exactly. If you're not investing, you're not just standing still, you're actively falling behind. That slow fade can speed up pretty quick when the competition is visibly improving.
That's a sobering thought. So for the owner who gets it but is worried about the cost, how does Jim suggest making these investments happen, maybe even bit by bit?
He advises having a plan. Like, commit to reinvesting a certain percentage of your revenue every month back into the business. Make it automatic. And it doesn't have to be a huge renovation overnight. Maybe this quarter, it's fresh paint and better lighting in one area. Next quarter, it's replacing a couple of the oldest cred mills, new signage. Even one thing at a time makes a difference.
Small, consistent improvements.
Yes. And crucially, he emphasizes investing in your staff's development too. Sending them to workshops, getting certifications, bringing in guest trainers. Because the message all this sends to your team, to your members, to the market is, we're growing, we care, we're investing in the future. It fights that feeling of stagnation directly.
That's a great point about the message it sends, which leads perfectly into reason 7 because you can invest in the building, but what about the people? Your staff is coasting. This feels like one of the hardest things for an owner to tackle.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's about culture and energy. Jim describes the signs. You can often just feel it when you walk in. The fire isn't there anymore. Staff aren't really pushing themselves or each other. Maybe they're avoiding those follow-up calls we talked about, or shying away from tough conversations with members about renewals or progress.
Just kind of going through the motions.
Exactly. Surviving, not thriving, as Jim puts it. And that lack of energy, that coasting vibe, it definitely impacts the member experience. It permeates the whole place. It often mirrors the leader's energy, too.
So if the team's coasting, how do you get them back in gear? You can't just tell them to be more motivated, right?
No, it starts way higher up. Jim says it begins with leadership. You, the owner or manager, have to reset the expectations. Redefine the standard for what engagement and performance look like. The fix involves several things. Hiring better people is part of it, sure.
Yeah.
But also training them consistently, weekly training, not just once a year.
Weekly, wow.
Yeah, short focused sessions. Creating performance dashboards so everyone knows the score, knows what's expected, implementing incentive structures that actually reward the behaviors you want to see, and bringing back the team huddle, those quick daily or weekly check-ins for alignment, motivation, sharing wins.
Getting everyone on the same page regularly.
Exactly. And Jim has a really powerful line on this. Culture is a reflection of what you consistently tolerate.
Oof, that hits home.
Right. If you tolerate coasting or mediocrity or negativity, well, that becomes your culture, and that feeds the stagnation.
Culture is what you tolerate. That really puts the onus back on leadership.
Okay.
Which brings us to reason number 8. You've forgotten the power of sales. I see this a lot, especially in businesses started out of passion, like gyms. Sometimes sales feels like a dirty word.
It's a really dangerous assumption, Jim warns. Just opening your doors and hoping people wander in and sign up because you're passionate. That's not a growth strategy. Relying only on passive lead collection, like maybe a clipboard at the front desk or thinking online signups alone will do the trick, it just won't create consistent, predictable growth.
Sales needs to be an engine, not an afterthought.
Exactly. Jim says it needs to be woven into the very fabric of your gym. It's not just one person's job. It's the engine that drives everything else.
So if sales have taken a back seat, how does Jim recommend bringing that power back to the forefront, making it central again?
He says you need to become a sales-first business. And that doesn't mean being pushy or aggressive. It means training everyone on the team how to sell. Front desk staff, trainers, managers, everyone should understand the value you offer and how to guide a prospect towards making a decision that's good for them.
Everyone's an ambassador.
Precisely. Build a real outbound strategy, too. Don't just wait for leads. Reach out to local businesses, former members, old leads. Be proactive. And make it easy for people to buy. Use those time-bound offers we talked about, limited bonuses, clearly explain the value, address their pain points, and Jim puts it perfectly, sales is not sleazy, It's a service when done right.
I love that framing.
Yeah. When you truly believe you're helping someone improve their health, their life, selling is serving them. You're helping them commit to something important.
That shifts the whole perspective. Sales as service makes total sense. Okay, moving outward now. Reason number 9. You're not leveraging your community. This seems like such a natural fit for a local gym, but maybe it gets missed in the daily grind.
It's a massive missed opportunity, to Jim stresses. If your gym basically exists only within its own four walls, if you're not visible or active out in the local area, you're missing out. You're missing chances for brand awareness, for new leads, for partnerships that could really boost your business. Your gym should aim to be more than just a place people sweat.
It should be part of the neighborhood fabric.
Exactly. A pillar of local health and wellness.
So, how does Jim suggest gyms break out of those four walls and really embed themselves in the community?
The fix is about active partnership. Reach out to local chiropractors, physical therapists, doctors' offices, maybe nearby salons or health food stores, schools for youth programs, corporate wellness programs at local companies, neighborhood associations.
Find those natural allies.
Right. Think about cross-promotions, referral arrangements, maybe joint workshops or events, and host things yourself that bring the community in, even non-members. Charity fundraisers, free pop-up classes in the park, maybe a healthy potluck night, community wellness fairs.
Get known as the go-to place for health.
That's the goal. Position your gym as the local hub for health and fitness. You become a resource, an asset, not just another business. That builds incredible goodwill and drives organic growth.
Creates real roots in the community. Love that. Okay, finally, reason number 10. This one feels maybe the most personal. The one that can start the whole downward spiral. You've lost the fire. This hits hard for a lot of owners, doesn't it?
It's incredibly common. Burnout is real in this industry. Jim acknowledges that personal toll. You might just feel tired, stuck, uninspired. Maybe you're even thinking about cutting back your own hours. Or worse, selling the business.
And that feeling doesn't stay contained, does it?
No way. Jim points out that burnout, that lack of energy from the leader, it absolutely ripples through the entire gym. Your team feels it, your members feel it, your brand reflects it, your energy or lack of it really does set the tone for everything. If the leader's running on empty, the business often starts to run on empty too.
So true. That energy is contagious, for better or worse. So for the owner feeling that burnout, feeling like they've lost that initial spark, what's Jim's advice for reigniting it?
He offers practical ways to reconnect with your why. Why did you start this in the first place? What was the original passion? He suggests actively seeking out inspiration. Go visit some really successful high-energy gyms, see what they're doing, soak up the vibe, read inspirational business books or biographies.
Get some fresh perspective.
Exactly. And maybe most importantly, consider hiring a coach or a mentor. Someone outside your daily grind who can offer perspective, challenge you, help you strategize and get your momentum back. Don't try to fix burnout in isolation. And he closes this point with something really direct. You set the temperature of your gym. If you're flatlined, so is everything around you.
Wow. You set the temperature. That's powerful.
Isn't it? It really brings it home. Your personal energy, your focus, your passion. It's not just personal. It's fundamental to the business's health. Reviving yourself is step one to reviving the business.
It really ties all 10 reasons together, doesn't it? From goals to marketing to staff to innovation. So much comes back to the energy and intention starting at the top.
Precisely. And that really leads into Jim's final thoughts in the white paper. His main message is actually quite hopeful. He emphasizes that stagnation is a signal, not a sentence.
Okay, that's important to hear.
Yeah, it means it's not permanent. It's a symptom, usually of neglecting some of those core things that made you successful in the first place. It's a wake-up call, basically, not the end of the story.
And the good news is you can answer that wake-up call. You can turn things around. Jim's call to action is pretty straightforward, right?
Super straightforward,
Yeah.
but powerful. Start with one thing. Don't get overwhelmed trying to fix all 10 issues at once. Pick the one that resonates most or seems most achievable right now. Make a change there. Get a small win.
Build some momentum.
Exactly. Build on that success. The energy starts to come back. It's really about recommitting. Like, it's day one again, but this time you've got more experience, more wisdom. You can implement better systems, better structure. Use these insights to build something even stronger.
So if you're listening to this and you're feeling stuck, maybe you're seeing some of these signs in your own gym. Maybe you're struggling to get those systems in place or motivate your team or just bring that energy back. Help is available.
Absolutely. Jim Thomas and his team, FM Consulting, this is exactly what they do. They specialize in helping gyms get unstuck and get growing again. They offer services across the board. Business turnarounds if things are really tough, specific membership growth strategies, optimizing your facility, crucial staff training, and sales systems development, marketing execution. They can even handle that for you, and even outsourced leadership if you need that high-level support.
Sounds like they cover all the bases we just talked about.
Pretty much. They're focused on practical solutions for these exact challenges.
So if you want to explore how they might be able to help you specifically, how can you get in touch?
You can contact Jim Thomas directly. His phone number is 214-629-7223.
Okay, that's 214-629-7223.
Or you can email him at jthomas@fmconsulting.net. That's jthomas@fmconsulting.net. And their website has more info too, www.fmconsulting.net.
Perfect. We'll make sure that info is available.
The key takeaway really is don't let that slow fade continue. Address it. Don't wait until it feels too late. Reach out, get some help. Let's get things turned around.
Great advice. Don't wait. Take action. Thanks so much for breaking all that down.
My pleasure. Lots of good stuff in there.
Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in to the Gym Success Podcast. We'll catch you on the next one.